attention, please. Good afternoon. I'm Ambassador Çağlar Çakıray, Special Advisor to the Turkish Delegation to PACE. It's a privilege for me to welcome you all here today on behalf of the Turkish Delegation. We have gathered here for a very special occasion, the presentation of the book entitled The Turkish Founding Fathers of United Europe. It's a particular honor for us to host distinguished guests for this event. We are delighted to have with us the Honorable President of PACE, His Excellency Mr. Rousseau-Pros, who graciously contributed the forward to this important work. Thank you, Mr. President. We are equally honored by the presence of His Excellency Ambassador Mehmet Kemal Bozay, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Turkey. And of course, we welcome the author himself, the well-known Strasbourg-based Turkish journalist, and my good old friend, Mr. Kayhan Karaca. To begin our program, I have the pleasure of first giving the floor to Mr. Karaca, who will share his insights on this remarkable book. Please, Mr. Karaca, the floor is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, dear friends, thank you so much for being here today. Usually I am on the other side. As you can imagine, I'm a journalist. I listen to speeches from the parliamentarians, head of states. This book is about Turkey's place in the Council of Europe since 1949, and it's about its place in the wider European family. Writing this book was a journey of late nights for me and countless cups of Turkish tea, with moments of joy and discovery. Standing here now, looking at you, I am reminded of why I began this project in the first place. Turkish Founding Fathers of United Europe is more than just a story to me. First, because I am a European correspondent for more than 20 years now. European issues and Turkish-European relations are not only a part of my work, they have become a personal passion. Second, because I love archival research. To write this book, I worked through more than 5,000 pages of documents in the Council of Europe archives. What I discovered here is a history that is both Turkish and European, and surprisingly little known, not only in Europe, but also in Turkey. Forgotten speeches, letters, official records, all showing how Turkey was present at the birth of this organization and how it helped shape ideas that still matter today. Of course, this is not only a story of progress. Let's be realistic. There were difficult times too. Political crisis, even military interventions that interrupted Turkey's democratic path. But each time, and what is important is here, Turkey returned to Strasbourg. Each time dialogue was renewed. For me, this is the deeper message of this book. Dialogue, sometimes in disagreement, sometimes in cooperation, kept the European project alive. And my hope is simple. When you read it, you will see not only Turkey's story, but also a European story. Because Europe is at its strongest when we face our history and our future together. This book wouldn't not exist without the support of the Grand National Assembly of Turkey, the Turkish delegation to this assembly, and its head, Mr. Turkish, who unfortunately could not be here today. I also would like to thank the Turkish Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Permanent Representation of Turkey to the Council of Europe, especially Ambassador Mrs. Nurdan Bayraktar, who believed in and supported this project. My thanks go as well to the Council of Europe Archive Service for their invaluable help. And finally, I wish to thank the Speaker of the Grand National Assembly, Mr. Numan Kurtulmuş, and the President of the Parliamentary Assembly, Mr. Theodoros Rousseau-Pros, who kindly agreed to write forwards for this book. Thank you all and happy reading.
We thank Mr. Karaca for his insights. Now I have the pleasure to invite our Deputy Foreign Minister, Ambassador Bozay. Please.
Honorable President, honorable deputies, dear colleagues and friends, and my distinguished friend Kayhan. It's a distinct honor to be here today on the occasion of the presentation of this outstanding book by Kayhan Karaca, outlining the Turkish foundations of the Council of Europe, which we see as our common home. This home was built together by European nations in a common effort in the aftermath of the great tragedies of the Second World War to forge a united Europe anchored in democracy, human rights, and rule of law. The vision in the founding days was a new Europe to be achieved through reconciliation, cooperation, and consensus among nations. As a founding member of the Council of Europe, Turkey has been committed to our common values for over 75 years. Turkish parliamentarians, diplomats, and civil servants have worked alongside their other European colleagues to strengthen the organization with a view to achieving greater unity among its members. Kayhan Karaca's book retells a long journey of the ideas, debates, and collaborations that often go unnoticed. It shows how Turkey's engagement has been active, constructive, and sustained across generations. It also provides a key reference not only to understand the past, but also guide us to the future. At global level, we are unfortunately getting away from vision of shared transformative future. Our future gets depleted by the current uncertainties. Today, Europe faces new and complex challenges, putting our values and institutions to test. Turbulent times require more solidarity and unity at international fora, including the Council of Europe, of course. In Ukraine, we need to work harder towards achieving a just, lasting peace. Today's discussions under the roof of this august body confirms that we must try to reverse the failure of international system in preventing genocide in Gaza. Hatred against Islam has long been a sad reality in Europe and beyond. More steps are needed also for encouraging the adoption of human rights-based migration policies. Excellencies, distinguished guests, challenges before us are numerous. However, the right response remains the same: more dialogue and greater unity, while preserving the pan-European identity of this common home of 46 equal member states. As former Turkish Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Hasan Esat Işık stated back in 1965, it is from the Council of Europe that all great European ideas have sprung. May it remind us that Europe is strongest when we are together, across borders, across generations, and across political differences. Therefore, I thank Kayhan Karaca for his medical research he made with this understanding. This book only records an important of our history, but also inspires us to continue building bridges, fostering dialogue, and defending shared values. I also would like to extend our gratitude to the Grand National Assembly of Turkey and our national delegation of the Parliamentary Assembly for publishing the second extended edition of this book, as well as for organizing this meaningful event, which should urge us all to never cease getting inspired by the legacy of our founding fathers in addressing the challenges that our continent faces. Mr. President, I would also like to extend our special thanks for your kind support in organizing this special event and your participation in person. Thank you all.
We thank Deputy Minister Bozay for his remarks, and now we will be honored by the remarks of the Honorable President of PACE, His Excellency Mr. Yusupov. Please.
Honorable Deputy Minister, Honorable Ambassadors, colleagues, friends from the other side of the Aegean. It is 30 years ago that I was awarded a Turkish award from the Radio Television Association in Ankara for my program as a television presenter, documentaries. And it was about the friendship between the two countries. It is 30 years later that I stand in front of you, and I want to reveal, though it is in-camera discussion, what I have said some months ago to the Committee of Ministers. I was addressing your ambassador, with whom we had a great cooperation these 2 years as a president, and I referred to the one who is not with us today, not because he didn't want. I'm talking about my real friend Turkish. I said verbatim that Turul is a politician of honor, and Turul helped your country so much as you cannot imagine, with the coordination of all members of the Parliamentary Assembly and of course all the members of the Turkish delegation, and with the help, the valuable help of your ambassador, I think that we have created an image much better than before. A lot could be done. My presidency takes an end, and I'm really happy that we had the opportunity during these 2 years as a president of the Assembly to work together. Dear friends, I'm particularly honored and happy when a book is coming up, a book is being born. I myself am a journalist, I'm a historian, and when a book about the Council of Europe, which combines history and journalism, is printed, it is for sure something that will help all of us to understand each other. Because we are here for this mutual understanding. Mutual understanding is not just a phrase, it should be done in action. Dear colleagues, this book is an exceptional piece of research, as you have heard. 5,000 pages is a lot of work. And I'm thinking in particular of the European Convention on Human Rights. At that time, we celebrate the 75th anniversary this year, it was an exceptional and innovative proposal by which states agreed to transfer part of their national sovereignty to a supranational body in order to prevent the horrors of another world war. The original convention, which was exhibited in the hemicycle on the very first day of this fourth part session, bearing the signatures of the founding fathers of the human rights protection system gathered in Rome for November 1950. Among them, you will see the signature of Fuat Koklulu, then Minister of Foreign Affairs of Turkey. Turkey was present. Let us never forget, the convention is not just words written on parchment, but a daily responsibility for all of us. These words must be lived, translated in action by all who truly believe in the principles of freedom and the respect of human dignity. I always speak of dignity, and when I was asked once what is the word that I will choose out of democracy, rule of law, of human rights, I said none of the three, because dignity is the one that combines all three: human rights, rule of law, and democracy. As I said, this year we mark both the 75th anniversary of the convention and the membership of Turkey in the Council of Europe. It is therefore an ideal moment to celebrate our shared history. At the Council of Europe, we are entrusted with safeguarding human rights, democracy, and the rule of law. This mission cannot be fulfilled without respect for our shared historical experience. By engaging with history critically and honestly, we cultivate the wisdom to build a future of peace and cooperation. Through his deep research into Council of Europe archives and sources, Mr. Karaca offers us not only an exciting insight into Turkey's journey to the Council of Europe, but also an enlightenment about our common history and European identity. Let us therefore commit ourselves to knowing, teaching, and remembering. Dear friends, I'm really glad that what my friend Turul told me when we first met 2 years ago is now a reality. Thank you so much for inviting me.
For his warm speech. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to enjoy our reception, where you will have the chance to taste delicious Turkish food. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Oh yeah, but I know that is
I try to
advantage of this.